Welcome back to the channel, you guys. My name is Justin, and today what we're going to be talking about is just the moves that the Detroit Pistons have been making over these past few days. Really, they've been making some exciting moves, and honestly, I just want to focus on four today. The guys that we're going to be talking about is Jalen Hands, Josh Jackson, Jahlil Okafor, and as of about an hour ago today, Zhaire Smith from the 76ers. I am so excited about that one, you guys. Really getting him for Tony Bradley's honestly just a steal in my opinion. This is a guy just coming out of college, had a lot of defensive potential, and I like it. I like the fact that Troy Weaver's going out, he's getting these guys that he feels that the Pistons can give them kind of a second chance. I feel like guys that still have that potential, like a Christian Wood situation almost. And I love it. Guys like Josh Jackson or Jalen Hands, those guys, they got potential, and maybe they weren't put in the best situation. Josh Jackson, he was in Phoenix, but I was actually looking at some of his stats yesterday, watching some of his highlights, some of his film, and that's a guy that averaged about a little over 10 on that Phoenix team, and really I can see the potential in him. He's a lengthy type of forward who can get a bucket. And I just really like these moves. And I'm very excited to see how some of these newer guys that we've added are going to fit in, into the rotation. So the first guy that we're going to be talking about is Jahlil Okafor. Really, I just want to get into, first of all, the role that I feel like that he's going to have on the team. As of about 2 days ago, we signed Miles Plumlee, and I am going to get into that in a different video. I'm going to get into the Miles Plumlee signing and the Jeremy Grant signing in another video, and that'll actually probably be my next video coming out. But the role on the team here for Jahlil Okafor, I feel like is going to be, we all know, a backup center, obviously. I don't know if he's going to be the first center off the bench, or if a guy like Isaiah Stewart is going to be playing center this year. See, that's just the tricky thing. Just with the rookies, Isaiah Stewart, he's like a 6'9", center. So it's just going to be tough to really, figure out a position for him, I feel like. But I think Okafor, definitely a backup center this year. But, really this is a guy that sometimes he's shown that flash in Philly. His rookie season, started 48 games for Philly, averaged 17 and a half a game to go along with 7 rebounds. Really a guy that, again, I'm pretty excited about to see what he can do. Gets most of his points with his back to the basket, an old school type of center. A guy like a Isaiah Stewart, kind of, just like an old school center like that. But I feel like if this guy can get a certain amount of minutes, he just might be able to, grab you a few rebounds and score a few points just off of his pure skill set down low. But the main reason why he really hasn't, I guess you could say, survived in the NBA is really because of his defense. He's got a pretty slow step, and he needs to improve his defense badly. So hopefully Coach Dwayne Casey can help him with that, because that is something that he is going to need help with. But like I said, a guy that is going to be coming off the bench. So we'll see what he can do. The Josh Jackson signing, to me, was a great signing. I really love this signing. To me, this guy still has a lot of defensive potential. Really, I feel like he was just, like a lot of other people, or a lot of other guys, that I'm going to be talking about today, a guy that was really just not put in the greatest situation in Phoenix for a young Phoenix team. Actually played all right for his rookie year. Like I said, he's shown the defensive potential. He's shown that he can create shots for himself off the dribble. He's a lengthier guy. He's about 6'8". He's got like a 6'10" wingspan. A guy that was getting comparisons two people like Jimmy Butler and Paul George, a lengthier forward that can really play defense and, can get you a bucket too. Like I said, the shot creation is there. To me, it's just all about if he can get his act together and if he can play under the right coach, that can show off his strengths and let him do what he has to do to succeed. And it'll be really interesting to see if, Dwayne Casey is the coach for that. So yeah, I love this signing. Signed him, probably going to be playing the small forward, shooting guard position. Definitely a position in need. So this is a guy that I can see him getting some reasonable minutes this season. So yeah, just giving him a second chance, I feel like. Did play with the Grizzlies too, didn't do much there. But yeah, just letting him come here I feel is great. This is a guy that actually went to high school here in Michigan, played AAU basketball here in Michigan too. So he's a hometown kid. It's really nice to finally have him on the Pistons. This is a guy that actually, me personally, when he got traded to the Grizzlies, I actually wanted the Pistons to pursue him. And this is a guy that I've kind of been following since college. I liked it when the Suns picked him. I thought that it was a pretty nice pick. But for him to just come out and have an NBA career like this kind of sucks. But like I said, we'll see. And I'm really happy that the Pistons signed him. So hopefully they can give him that bounce back. Just giving a guy another chance. And this guy is only 23. So I'm definitely excited to see how we use him in the future. So next up, the guy that I want to briefly go over here is a point guard, and you guys probably all know who he is. It is Jalen Hands from the Brooklyn Nets, now a Detroit Piston. And the reason why I say briefly go over is because I kind of just feel like it is going to be tough for this guy to find minutes this year, just with Derrick Rose on the roster and obviously now Killian Hayes. And just a few days ago, us acquiring DeLon Wright. It might be tough for a young point guard like him to find minutes, but we'll see. He'll probably spend most of his time in the G League. But I just wanted to go over him a little bit just because he was a pretty highly touted player coming out of high school. Potential, and that's what I feel like Troy Weaver's seen in him. So yeah, like I said, we're really just going to have to see what his role is going to be on the team. Probably spend most of his time in the G League. But yeah, a guy to keep your eye out on just in case anyone misses time. But yeah, I thought that it wouldn't hurt to just briefly go over him just because he was such an exciting prospect coming out of high school. So last but not least, the guy that I am most excited about, very surprised that we were actually able to pull off this trade. I feel like it was a fleecing to just get him straight up for Tony Bradley, is Zhaire Smith, shooting guard, small forward from the 76ers. This guy's about 6'3". What I really like about him is that he has lots of defensive potential. Coming out of college, this was a guy that was compared to people like Jimmy Butler and Paul George. Really athletic wing who's got the wingspan. He's got the defensive potential. The offensive game isn't all there yet, but I feel like with the right coach and really just with the right situation, like I've been saying with all the other guys that I've been talking about in this video, these guys really just haven't been put in the greatest situations, I feel like. And with the right situation, I feel like some of these guys can thrive, and Smith is one of them. I see a lot of talent when I watch this guy play. Like I said before, he's very athletic. In his college days, he's thrown down some pretty powerful dunks. So yeah, really athletic guy, bouncy, and really just another young guy that didn't really get the right opportunity, I feel like. And I think in Detroit, he'll fit right in, especially with the fact that we really need shooting guards right now. The 2 is a huge position in need of ours, just due to the fact that a guy like Luke Kennard or even Bruce Brown isn't around anymore. So yeah, like I said before, Zhaire Smith is definitely a guy that I can see, getting some pretty valuable minutes this year. And I'm excited to see what he can do with it. Really, as I'm watching this guy play, he's got kind of like an underrated playmaking ability to him. He sees the floor. Sometimes it's just, you don't expect it from a guy like him because it's not one of his glaring strengths. But yeah, sometimes you watch him play and he just makes the exact right pass. So obviously that's a great thing to see also. But yeah, I'm really excited about this signing. I'm actually excited about a lot of signings and a lot of moves that Troy Weaver has been making. I think that this team is definitely heading in the right direction. He seems to be euthanizing the group, just kind of getting us younger, getting us more prepared for the future. That's what I think he's doing. Also is just, looking 3-4 years into the future. And I really like that. Like I said before, I love the direction that this team is going. If you guys made it this far, I want to thank you so much. I really do appreciate you guys for tuning in. And stay tuned for more uploads. Thanks again, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.